It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday.
You have made it to the weekend. It's time for us to get started to finish out this countdown. We got a great guest for you today, so let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Guys, let's go.
It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife.
Hey everybody, you made it. We have counted you down to the weekend. It's another episode of A Blind Guy,
His wife,
Their Life
Live.
We're here for you every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 11:15 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. And we always get together with you to bring you an opportunity to see how we change the narrative of what you may think it is to be normal as we shift the focus from disabled to differently able by sharing with you our journey with the fabulous professional and personal friends that we met along.
I can't stop dancing, Corey. It's Friday. Hey, get my weekend started. Okay, finish the intro.
Today is no exception to the rules. We have a fabulous guest.
Woo!
She has climbed the corporate ladder and made it to a point where she is retired comfortably. She is Sandra Greene.
Do we say hello now,
Yes,
or
we're
do
gonna
we
say
kind
hello.
of? Oh, okay. We just jump right in. All right. Hey there. Good morning.
Hey, happy Friday.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It feels so good to be here at the weekend. If you have plans, if you don't have plans, it does not matter because we hear that it's a financial Friday and you are bringing us the details, the tips, all the good info. Is that right?
Absolutely. And I'm so excited to be with you guys.
All right. Well, we are excited as well. Can't wait to share. So we'll see you soon.
All right.
All right. And remember, this broadcast is member supported by viewers like you. You can support this broadcast by remembering to bum rush the button.
Guys, that means all you have to do is hit the thumbs up. That's one of the best ways you can support this production. And scrolling right there across the bottom of the screen is our website for this channel, BLINDGUYHISWIFE.com.
BLINDGUYHISWIFE.com. On this website, you can find other ways to be part of the Blind Guy family and support this broadcast. We have lots of great information here. You can learn a little bit about Laquita and I. I am the blind guy. I don't fix many blinds. I actually cannot see.
Yeah, Corey can't see. So I'll share that site so that way while you're talking about it, they can see it. And I'll also drop it into the link because a lot of times I forget to do that. And it is in the video description. However, I know that it's very easy when it's right there in the chat because then you can click it.
So you can get to this website. Once you learn a little bit about Laquita Marie and
who we are,
what we do and what we have done, then what you can do is scroll on down
to the schedule.
And on the schedule, you get to see the highlights that have occurring for the week. Let's show you the highlights from this week's list of Fabulous broadcast.
Sure. So here you can see who was on this week or who's on today. Hey, it's even playing. This is my favorite music. This is my groove.
This week on Blind Guy His Wife Live Show.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wednesday.
Barry Mott, I told you with her $1 billion mindset.
Thursday.
Robin Turner relieved my family's eczema.
Friday.
Sandra Greene.
All right. So we've had a great weekend. We're going to finish it off with Sandra Greene talking about travel and finance.
Absolutely. And when you click on the calendar, you can just click day by day to see who's coming up. Oh, there's a red banner. And it even shows you live show sponsors this week. Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden. That's right, guys.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden.
Absolutely. So scroll up a little bit and you can see how you can become a member. How you can become a sponsor right here on the channel. So there's a tutorial showing you what to do. And of course, if you head over here, you can see our sponsor for the week. Hey, we got some good music.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden of Elizabeth City State University. She's a supreme sponsor. That means she gets a video ad during the broadcast. So
you can also get a sponsorship package to promote your business, product, or service. And you can do that by looking at our sponsorship packages and heading on over.
Yep. So you can click that button right there that says click for opportunities. It tells you how to do just that. Or you can make a one-time donation on our Buy Me a Coffee platform. Support the production by clicking the green coffee cup.
Click the green coffee cup, like Bernie Mac said. Clink, 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 clink. Stir it like coffee. Stir it like, can't say the rest, coffee. Mhm.
As I was saying, oh goodness, you're going to corrupt Coach Remy. He's in there this morning. You can choose to buy 1 coffee, 3 coffee, 5 coffees, or Corey's been blind 25 years. You can type in 25 coffees, leave your name, say something nice, and all proceeds go to our nonprofit organization. We have a nonprofit, Atumpan Edutainment, which BLINDGUYHISWIFE.com is a part of that. So, of course, when you scroll around, you'll notice on the calendar, Atumpan Edutainment is our parent company.
And what do our sponsorship packages look like? We can show them that.
Well, you know what? We're going to let them go see it for themselves because we got our basic, fancy, these are basic Cup of Joes, fancy Cup of Joes, Ultimate, and Supreme. So scroll around, guys, see what's new, see what's happening right there. But we got to jump into these comments because the folks are in here.
We got to know that we end the broadcast with every broadcast ends with a plant-based treat by Chef Laquita Marie. Did they get a sneak preview today?
I guess we can give them a sneak peek at today's plant-based treat. Y'all know I cook a lot. I cook all the time. And when I'm not cooking, making sure you're getting all your fruits and vegetables, here's one thing that I'm doing.
Ethiopian takeout. Yum, yum.
All right. Ethiopian takeout. We still find a way to get those fruits and vegetables in, whole food, plant-based, even when we do takeout. So let's jump into the comments.
Okay, let's see, because, you know, people are always vying for first place. And, you know, I don't know if this is fair or not. Atumpan, the Talking Drums Edutainment says, am I first?
Yeah.
You are, but... You know,
still gotta choose a first place pony.
Yeah. Plus, they have like an unfair advantage. You know, they're a family member. They're like, you know, anyways, shine bright.
Shine bright, shining bright, doing her thing today.
She says, Grand Rising fam, helping you guys to get going this morning.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Absolutely. Good morning. I can't wait for the show. That's Atumpan saying it's Friday and they can't wait for the show. And then, of course, we got Coach Remy in there.
Coach Remy in the house. Hey, Remy, work out.
Saying hello, wonderful people. Happy Friday.
And make sure you share this content with 10 other people who you think could benefit from the financial wisdom of Sandra Greene.
Absolutely. Financial Fridays are always good days. And, you know, right after this broadcast, a lot of times Coach Remy will go live with the workout that you can do at home. I've done at home. Corey has done at home. We work out with him quite often.
Did it again, Coach Remy. 100 push-ups this morning and 100 air squats.
Oh, I had, were you trying to flex for the folks?
A little teeny bit.
Okay. Got it. Donnie goes is in there saying, peace, power, love, light, and unity to my B1 family. Salute to us, his special guest, the special guest for the show, and my family in the chat.
Donnie goes into the fire.
You know, he had a really good episode the other day saying, do real men gossip?
Yeah, they do.
You know what?
Look at
the episode for yourself, though, folks. It's a good one. It's a great take on it from a man, and he's a barber. He's a fireman, so hey, he's got all the wisdom.
If you're in a barbershop, you know men gossip.
So if we go on your site, we can see your schedule, so we'll never miss a show. Absolutely, Atumpan Edutainment. You know what? They are advertising. That's what I'm talking about. Look at Marlon in the house. Oh, the men are coming through.
Marlon Hargrave, the thespian king in the house. Marlon Mall.
Yes. So we got the men showing up. I don't know what's going to happen. Mzuri Asabuki at Donnie goes in. Our kids are saying good morning on our other account. Yes, in Swahili. Look at Phil. You know what?
PWJ in the house.
Yeah, he's saying grand morning all. And then he's saying, hey, to XDMC, who also says one love, family.
XDMC. All right, XDMC in the house.
You know what? I'm gonna step out to call some girlfriends, because when I tell you there's like all guys here,
it's a man's world.
We got to see who's going to get
first place pony.
Yes, first place pony, because thank God for Shade TBD. Thank you so much, Shade. She's in here. We got a lady. She says Corey has such the awesome memory. He really does, until it's something I'm telling him to remember. But he really does. What's the giveaway for today, Corey?
Well, first place pony is going to be our bragging rights for being in some of the early birds into the chat. We're going to get you the hashtag Money Green.
Hey.
play off us. But you gotta spell Green the right way because Sandra's last name has an E on the end.
Yes, and you know what? I left that E off on the thumbnail, and my apologies, Sandra. We're gonna get that right. So guys, put into the chat hashtag Money Green, so that way you can see what's happening here. Shay is giving everybody virtual hugs, and Phil says 4 times had a call this morning. You know what? He's working for real. Y'all know it's horrible when they make you work at work, right? It's something else. So let's see who's going to get first place pony today. All you got to do to get bragging rights is put into the chat hashtag Money Green. I'll put it on the screen so that way you can see what it looks like. You know, people spell stuff wrong, Corey. We don't want to talk about nobody because, yeah.
Folks from Carolina.
Back to what I was saying. Let's see what the folks are talking about. Look at Marlon. He's got it. Money Green. He's like, okay, I know what color money is. You guys, more exciting news. Y'all know we have these Financial Fridays, and I've been trading stocks for quite some time now. And we do have a binary options 101 course. There is a link in the chat. There is a link in the description. So that way, if you want to check it out, check it out. It's one way that we're making money, and the link to the app is there too. So that way you can find the app, use it on your laptop, use it on your cell phone. Hey, I'm making money. All right. So and I'm also losing money because I don't follow all the rules. I'll be honest.
So don't be a rule breaker and a habitual line stepper. Follow the rules in the course. When you purchase this course, they'll lay it out for you so you can be successful.
You know what, Donnie goes in. How you gonna put in hashtag $green? You know what? See the
No,
minute
you can't cheat that. You gotta write. You gotta type that in. Guys trying to take a shortcut.
I know. That's right. He won't get first place pony because look.
You gotta do Money Green.
And it doesn't have to be capitalized. It can be lowercase the way Coach Remy put it in. I just capitalized it so that people can see the word separately. So fix it for yourself, Donnie, if you want to get into the ranks of first place pony. So the way this works, guys, is of course, look at he over there laughing. The way this works is, you know, some of us got here early. We're gonna, but we felt like it was unfair a little bit that Alton at the Talking Drums Edutainment got in there early, but hey, they got in there, they're color coded, and they were like, am I first? Yes, you were. But we're trying to see who can get first place pony bragging right. Shine Bright is in there. She says they're smiling. Our Atumpan is. Shine Bright has her hashtag Money Green. So I say we go ahead and go for the draw because we've got a great person coming in that we want to chat with to see how we can make money. And Coach Remy says, don't tell them that way. The price is all mine. He just wants the prize. That's all. All right, we won't tell them. We're going to just go ahead and draw. You know, if they don't have it in, they don't have it in. You're right, Coach Remy. Hashtag Money Green. Let's go for it, Corey.
Wait till after I say and they're off.
Oh, that's when we go. Okay.
It's time for today's first place pony. All the jockeys are in position behind the gate. Bling, they're off.
All right, let's see. Coach Remy, Shine Bright, that's being Marlon. Shine Bright, Coach Remy, Donnie, Atapan, Shine Bright, Donnie, Coach Remy, Shine Bright, Coach Remy, Marlon, Shine Bright, Donnie goes in, Shine Bright, Coach Remy, Shine Bright.
Shine Bright representing for the ladies.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shine Bright, even though Oxypond Edutainment was first in the chat, Shine Bright gets the first place pony bragging rights today.
Yes, that's it.
She is a champion, my friend.
All right, so this has been fun getting the ladies in because the guys were trying to take over, Corey.
Yeah, they were running things for a minute, but yeah.
But hey, couldn't do it. And so, you know, Marlon is being a, what do you call it? Good sport. Yes, congrats. We appreciate that. And of course, Coach Remy is also, he's a coach. He's got to, you know, do the
sportsmanship.
Yes, do the sportsmanship. Donnie goes in, is congratulating her. But wow, you know what? She flexing on the folks, talking about all I do is win, win, win. So she is in there. So guys, this has been fun getting our first place pony. Bragging rights is Shine Bright. What about our guest? Because she's got a lot to brag about today.
Today's guest is a very special. Go ahead.
No.
I get started.
No, Phil didn't say anything. I'm just laughing at Atumpan, congratulating Shine Bright. You know, everybody's supporting.
Phil said something, didn't he?
No.
Okay.
Plus, remember, he's sneaking from work today.
Okay,
He actually has some work to do,
gotcha.
so he'll be in and out.
Today's guest personifies professionalism and passion. She personifies beauty in motion. She is a wonderful mother. She is a very, very successful lady. She has made lots of moves, and she's even leveraged her position in the corporate world to not only finance her family, but in her travel, but she's also used her position to help people with different abilities to get employment opportunities through her company. She has worked in the training film production industry for years and has now been able to retire comfortably and create a source of generational wealth for her family. This woman puts the P in professional. She puts the T in talented, and she puts the G in gorgeous.
Ooh.
This woman, she rules everything around me when it comes to the song Cash. Rules everything around me. This woman is a great person, extraordinary person, and she has lots of great information for you. It is time for today's featured guest. She's none other than Sandra. Make money, money, make money, money.
Hello, everyone.
Yes. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning. We already have people in here saying good morning. We've got Shine Bright saying welcome, Sandra. And actually, Shine Bright is a moderator, which means she has that blue wrench beside her name. And Shay is saying howdy to all the moderators, holding it down. Great job. And Shine Bright is like, yep, make sure you smash that like button. So how's it going for you today, Sandra?
It's been an awesome morning. I'm excited to be with you guys.
So Sandra, you're going to take us on a journey to show how you've been able to travel the world and set your family up for success by using OPP.
That was a song back in the day. I don't know.
Other People's Profits. So get your minds out together.
Right.
Other People's Profits.
Well, also, I did want to welcome you from both Marlon. Marlon is saying welcome. And then, of course, our kids are saying Akwaba and the Ghanaian language of Twi. So you've got welcomes from all around the world. Even Phil is in there saying, welcome, Sandra. So all around the world, different languages and all that good stuff. And I know you're going to talk to us a little bit about climbing corporate ladders. Tell us now, you've been around the world.
What are some of the places that you traveled to for your professionally and personally?
Yeah, with working. Tell us some of the destinations around the world that you've been to. Donnie is also welcoming her, Corey.
Absolutely. I'm excited to be with you guys. I have had the opportunity to travel quite a bit. I've been to the Philippines, Singapore, Japan, India. Actually, I was in India January, right before the pandemic hit. And that was a personal trip, not a business trip. And of course, domestically, close to the United States, St. Thomas, St. John, Mexico. So I've been to a lot of places.
Wow.
So you've done a lot of traveling and a lot of it.
And, also, since you've been around the world, I know you did not say Niger, but Shay TBD is currently in Niger in Africa. And she says, hi, Ms. Green, Fofo. That's the Zarma language of Niger.
Okay, all right.
It's on my bucket list.
Hey, that's it. It's on your bucket list. People always talk about climbing the corporate ladder, and you've been pretty successful in your corporate life. So tell us a little bit about some of the steps, like what can we do to set ourselves up financially to really get going out here? You've also got a welcome from the coach himself. Yes. So tell us how this works. If we're out here and we're like, okay, I have a degree. I know you have a degree, but how important is the knowledge that we have? How does this make us an asset? And I know that you talk a lot about like after hours potential as well, how that makes a difference for us. How do these two things work together?
Thank you. I would say everybody would love to be an entrepreneur, but we can't all be entrepreneurs. And some of us do like working in the corporate atmosphere. So one tool you have is your curiosity. your curiosity for the knowledge of how the business runs, what others do. You make yourself an asset by learning as much as you can about the business, others' roles and responsibilities. You work beyond the hours that you committed to learn sometimes. And that's really when you get an opportunity to talk to leadership. Used to be they go golfing, right? And you might not be in the club to go golfing with them, but after hours is your golfing time to have a few minutes or opportunity just to engage, to ask questions, and then to give your insight. So at that point, you become a trusted partner or advisor, right, with the leadership to understand the temperature of the business.
So you know, I mentioned earlier that Donnie Goes In was like, do real men gossip? When you talk about listening to what's happening or knowing what's going on in the office, you're not talking about whatever you have, whatever knowledge you have about your job, you can use it. So that means if you go ahead.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what position you have or what company you're with. Yes, I retired from a Fortune 500 company, but even if you're working at McDonald's, say, you learn others' roles because, as you know, now there is a job shortage. So when that opportunity comes and someone's missing and they're aware that you know the position, that sets you up for a new opportunity.
So, you know, here's the thing. You're saying a new opportunity. Well, according to LaShonda Brooks, she says, hey, Miss Greene, awesome, knowledgeable woman. Wow, you still look the same. Looking good, black don't crack. So she's like, okay, you saying new, but you look old, girl, like you did back in the day. Not old as an old, but girl, you looking brand new yourself.
You're aging very well.
Boom. And knowledgeable. So I like the fact that you're talking about, you know, use the knowledge that you have because there's a job shortage. So, okay, the way we can put these two things together, we're working at McDonald's. Let's use that case scenario. This is for somebody that's younger. They're just getting started. And you talk about use that with the after hours potential. Always keep your ear open. Your dad used to always tell you that, Corey, when other people are talking.
So when they start whispering, you start listening.
Right. See, she was finishing the statement. So that's a popular statement. It's nothing new. And then what you do is you say, I hear the bosses saying they're trying to figure out how to get people in here on the holidays. I hear them saying they're trying to figure out why people don't want to work the lunch shift. And so you're hearing that stuff, but you're also knowledgeable about the people that work at McDonald's. They're your family friends. And speaking of food, Yuja's Kitchen is in here, Corey.
Yuja's Kitchen in the house all the way from Ghana.
Yeah, she's a Ghanaian as well. And so she says, hi, beautiful family. Hey there, Yuja. And so you can really leverage knowing your friends at work to asking them, hey guys, why y'all don't ever want to work the holidays? You know they pay extra, or you know they do this. And then you go over to the boss and you say, look, I can talk to them and I can get them to come in on the days that, you know, people don't want to.
Those after hours conversations actually give you insight into the pain points for those higher ups, those managers, those supervisors, those account executives, so that you kind of understand and feel what is it they're looking for. And then you're able to provide that based on your own knowledge and skill set. Corey,
why is Kwame in here talking about he's a Ghanaian too?
Kwame, Kosovo, west side of Africa and Ghana.
These are all the Ghanaians want to represent, but that's our brother right there.
Kwame's trading. Check his channel out. Kwame's trading.
Yes, another person that we trade with. Okay, so back to the money.
So, Quita, you're exactly right. Corey, you're exactly right. Your knowledge is not used to tear anyone down. Is actually used to put you in a position for more opportunities. And as you learn, you know, I used to hear people when I was at a lower level saying, I'm only going to do what they paid me to do. Well, you're going to limit yourself at that point. Your knowledge is going to be limited. But when you have those after hours opportunities, you can pick your leader's brain to see what keeps them up at night. And when you're able to supply that information and take it the next step further, amen, and become a trusted advisor, then they will come to you. You don't have to go to them. They will literally come to you and get your opinion. And know that the doors are opening for you. It's a gradual process. There's no formula to climbing the corporate ladder. It's being at the right place at the right time, having the knowledge, but also being willing to work beyond what you're asked to do.
So basically, I know you talk a lot about job shadowing also. Now, this job shadowing, so let's just say, you've been putting in a little bit of extra work, you're using the knowledge that makes you an asset, and you talk about job shadowing. Is that how you get into that position so that way it'll really grow you?
Well, Phil, he shadows all day, every day.
You know what? Talk about job. Oh, you know what? So Shine Bright is saying, yes, there is an echo, Corey. So whenever we're speaking, we'll just mitigate that. So that way you'll be muted and then we'll be muted. And hopefully that'll make it easier for them. So go ahead and talk about job shadowing.
Job shadowing, old tradition, right? I firmly believe in job shadowing, or new word, networking. So when you're job shadowing or you're networking, you are literally connecting with people that you want to learn what they do. And it should always be someone a step or more above what you already know, so that you can learn more. And job shadowing sometimes is after hours, where you're watching what they do and how they do it. Again, it's setting yourself up for an opportunity in the future. One thing I used to tell my children is be prepared for the opportunities of tomorrow. That means you put the time in, you look at other things that you're interested in, and you go watch how they do it. You learn the technical things, and you're setting yourself up for a more successful opportunity.
I like it. This is good because we also have, I like the word opportunity being said a lot. Shay is saying network. And then, of course, Irene is in here all the way from Kenya saying,
Irene is there.
She's saying, where was I now? I have just landed. Thank you for being here. And Shine Bright is saying, great advice. Do what you need to do to get it done. Now, you've been all around the world. I know that you were saying that, recently you were there in at the Taj Mahal. Let's just say that, because we're going to share that photo of you, holding up the pillars at the Taj Mahal, moving around this world, holding on to the top of it as well. And then, of course, you just out there living your best life. Now, let me ask you this. When you're traveling around the world, how do you decide? Irene is saying greetings to everybody.
Right.
How do you decide? Because this is on your corporate expense when you're traveling to all of these places. By now, the job has grown you. You've done a lot of things. Oh, Shine Bright says it does sound much better. But how do you get to that point where you're figuring out what to do when you get to these locations? How do you know where you're going, what there is to do, and how do you make time so that, if the job is paying you to go somewhere, do you just do that job? Do you use free time?
All work and no play makes Sandra a dull lady.
Yeah, Brown Coat Blue is in here saying hello. So tell us about that a little bit.
Absolutely. So first of all, it goes back to networking. Networking was not just in my location, but it was globally. So when you can give knowledge what's happening at the home base or the corporate office to other locations as well, that makes you even more valuable. So what happened to me was that I started working in off my time, not really my job description, started sharing with some of the other offices on how they can do things, what they can do differently, and was given the opportunity, actually, I think for about 2 or 3 years, to travel to the Philippines every quarter, and would be there 2 or 3 weeks and just training, teaching and facilitating training with them. So again, networking does not have to be in a box in a certain place. Networking is at any opportunity, any place, on a plane, at the coffee shop. I think I shared with you a few days ago, I was at the coffee shop, Starbucks, getting coffee, and asked the person, could I sit down with them? And they were reading the paper, didn't see their face, and turned out I was sitting there with Jerry Springer. It's networking, or catching a flight back and you're standing there, and like anybody, you hate waiting for someone to pick you up, and you're sharing that, just how you feel with the person next to you, and they're sharing with you, and only to find out I'm standing there with Bruce Smith. But it's really having a personality that you are willing to, and I know some people are introverts, but you're willing to engage whoever is in your presence.
So basically, you're saying that when you met Bruce Smith, and he is a football player, right?
Former retired professional football player, played for the Buffalo Bills and played for the Washington football team.
Say that again, Sandra.
Hall of Famer, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
So definitely. So you.
So basically, what you're saying too is that, introvert or not, you need your personality to be professional when you're out here, regardless of whether you're at the bus stop, the coffee shop, the airport. If you're representing your company and they can trust you to fly you back and forth to the Philippines, because you said you went every quarter. Explain how you wound up snagging that opportunity, because it wasn't like they just said, hey, we just need somebody. It was your knowledge. It was your after hours ear hustling. It was all of those things that made them realize they could send you. And of course, your personality. So tell us a little bit about that experience.
Again, it's engaging with other offices, going to meetings where you knew how to make the connecting pieces. And then again, having that after hour meeting or conversation with the leadership, that they realize that you really know what you're talking about and you're able to execute it. So the last thing is you've got to be able to execute it. So yeah, you can have your tool of curiosity, get the knowledge you need to get, and then have a plan on how you can execute that when the opportunity happens. And when you show success, they will continually give you more and more opportunities. And so the blessing in that is that I was, and I think we'll get to generation wealth, but I was able to send my daughter to school, and I paid for her school in cash.
Wow. So
leveraging your position to set your children up for success, and also to set your family, because your family has benefited from your ability to travel as well, correct?
There are times, and let me put a disclaimer here, I always follow company policy. I follow company policy when traveling. But there's nothing to say that you can't use your vacation time while they're sending you to extend your vacation. One of the things I learned when I was going over to the Philippines, that I could catch a cheap flight to Singapore. So I'm in the Philippines, $50 flight to Singapore, stay there a few days over the weekend and get back to the Philippines, or stop off in Japan on my way back for a few days. So you get the opportunity to get a wider knowledge of those areas that the company's paying for you to go to. And that could be the same domestically. Do your research, know what's in the area, spend a little extra time there where you can get some relaxation, and then you can take your family with you as well.
I love it. We've got folks, speaking of family, Corey, Audra Tillman is in there saying, hey, family.
Audra Tillman in the house.
Now, Shine Bright is loving this because she says us introverts are definitely not talking to strangers.
Nah.
And so we also have Shay TBD saying here, I'm on the continent by OPP, Other People's Profits.
There you go.
Her assignment was for Ghana, but she is relaxing here in Niger right now. And I'm sure she's doing exactly what you were saying about follow company policies so that you can use it, to extend your time there and enjoy your family, so that, like you're saying, for you were able to send your daughter to college, paid cash for it, and then meanwhile, you're still able to travel the world. So I want you to talk a little bit about how somebody can do this if they're at their job and they're like, how do I set myself up? How do I save? What's the best way to save? Because a lot of people are okay with staying on their jobs. Not everybody wants to go start a business. Some people are like, nah, I want to travel. I want to be in the airport where they have real gold out there. Like, I'm showing pictures of her in India, Corey. And there's a picture here where there's like a gold placard and everything. So how do people do these things? Shay is also saying she is so right. I worked in Kuwait with weekends in Dubai and Bahrain. Very true. So tell us your strategy for saving money for generational wealth.
Okay. This is one dear to my heart because I went to college and left college with a huge loan debt that I had to end up paying back. And so one of the things I wanted to do was make sure that my daughter didn't leave college with that same, debt. And what I prepared myself for is in long range in budgeting is I never spent my raises operational. In other words, what I'm saying is in my day-to-day life, when I received a raise on my job, and again, that applies to all jobs, those raises was put in a interest-bearing account that would get me more dividends. And so I still lived
Well,
off.
wait, I have a question for that.
Sure.
Because I mean, look, Shonda Brooks is like, wait, pay for college with cash. That's awesome. Yes, give us the knowledge. So I just want to make sure we're getting this. What you're saying is when you say I didn't take the raises, you're saying, yeah, the job gave you the raise. You did not spend it. You took the difference and put it into an interest-bearing account. So go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're going to take your raise from your boss. That you're going to take that. But the idea is to not use it. Continue living off of what you've been making it off. And I know some people struggle and they say, well, I would love to do this and love to do that. However, when you do that, you do see that you're building your wealth. And as your account grows, then you can look at what are the things that you can do that can set your young people up, your children up, that they don't have to take on the debt that you had to take on.
This is good. Let me tell you what Shine Bright is saying. She's like, wow, great advice. Live off your prior salary. And so there are different ways you can do that, living off your prior salary, so that, when your kids are ready to go to school or when they are ready to do whatever. So, of course, we've got this picture here. Diamond looks really excited. Like this picture here made it to the newspapers. I know it was featured in places. And so it's a fun picture, but people don't even know the backstory. They were just showing graduates. They don't realize that she's probably super happy because she didn't have that weight of debt on her. So, Shine Bright is saying, yep, live off your prior salary. And then Shay is saying, live in your base pay or minimal pay, stack the extras and the bonuses. Nice. So let me ask you this, because you've also done a lot of different things through your job, through the connections that you've made. You've leveraged those things, and especially with us in Atumpan.
Yes, especially her personality. Sandra has a larger than life personality. She's being low key right now, but she has a very large.
She can make things happen.
Yeah, she can make things happen. She's larger than life, and she actually put us into a position to meet a lot of great people. But one of our best memories was she just kind of casually said, yeah, I met Dorothy Steele today. And I said, okay. And then she's just going on casually about how the conversation went, how she helped. She's 93 years old and she's an actress. And she's just still casually talking.
I have a little clip when
like,
we met her at the airport, thanks to Sandra. Sandra's in this clip.
She was in the movie Black Panther and I lost it. And so Sandra was able to bring her here for an Oxenpine event so that she could speak and talk about how age, dreams have no age limit. That was her topic. So here's some clips of some footage of Mama D, as we call her, Dorothy Steele, coming into the airport. And we got to hang out with her, all thanks to Sandra's larger than life personality. So,
and you know what, Corey, from Namibia, Sizzles is saying greetings to everyone. So Sandra, I do want to hear how you met Mama D. That's what we affectionately call her. Because to you, it was like, oh yeah, I met another celebrity. But tell us a little bit about that. I know we talked about personality and professionalism. So tell us what that's been like.
Yes, I met Mama D at another event, and coincidentally at that event, they had assigned a man to host her. And he knew me, and he immediately called me at midnight and said, hey, I've been given this job to do. Can you help me out? And I was like, yeah, I got you. And so again, what I did with you guys, met with her, hosted her the entire event. and became fast friends with her. And so when I talked to Corey, and Corey was talking about he wanted something that year for OTHPON, the nonprofit, it was a general, casual conversation of, well, what are you looking for? I know, Mama D. And he was like, well, who's Mama D? I said, she was on Steve Harvey. She was in Black Panther. And he lost it. And her role, of course, was Wakanda does not need a warrior. Wakanda needs a king. And girls love that role. And so, again, helped Mama D to get here, hosted her, and has become a lifetime friend. Again, it's how you network, how you connect with people. And now she doesn't even talk to me. She wants to know how Corey's done. He's the most brilliant person in the world.
Yes. You know what? I was trying to get the clip to run. That one wouldn't run. So I'll see if I can also find another one that definitely shares her experience when she was here with us, because Shay is saying that must have been an amazing meeting with Mama D. Such wisdom with her, I'm sure. And Phil is also saying awesome advice.
And she was hilarious. And Mama D is hilarious. She sat and spoiled the girls. We was like, Mama D, don't give them all that candy. She said, y'all be quiet. I do what I want. I'm 93 years old.
I'm 93. Right. And then would flex her age. So we were just like, well, you know what? I mean, who are we to talk back, to a professional and actress? And then, of course, she's been in other movies. But you, with your professional experience, you knew how to help them get here in the best way. Give us a little bit of advice as we do our final giveaway, because we've got to put that into the chat, Corey. Another hashtag, so that way the folks can get in there. Give us. Oh, are they doing this time?
Hashtag OPP.
Oh, hashtag OPP.
Other People's Profits.
Okay. All right, so we'll put that in.
Okay.
So go ahead, Corey, you can ask the question.
So yeah, just tell us about how you were able to use and leverage your professional and your traveling experiences, how you're able to bring all that together to make Mama D's visit possible, and what people can do to leverage those same things
with their travel miles and things like that. Like if your job is flying you out, is there a way to leverage those things? Go ahead and tell us.
Absolutely. Always use the same airline. You're going to gain points. And as you travel, you will also move up to like platinum gold level, where you can pick your seats, and sometimes they move you to first class. So, and with those miles and stuff, you can definitely network opportunities with other people. Mama D, though, getting her here and working with the museum, I think what we had to do was I stepped forward working with OtherPeoplesProfits to get her travel in and to host her and to make sure that she was comfortable. And I think that's what it is. It's just connections. You engage, you check up on people, you make sure you manage what's going on, and to make sure she wasn't tired either. But I will tell you, the event, I had never seen where there was lines around the block for an individual to come see a person at a museum, and grown men dressed up in costumes. And so it was an awesome event. And she still talks about how humble she was to be able to do it.
Oh, my goodness. That was definitely a good experience for us, OtherPeoplesProfits, as well as for Mama D. I think everybody just loved it. I was trying to see if I could get another clip to play, but we do have people putting into the chat OPP. So keep going, guys, because for this final round, we've got Sandra. She's going to give you guys a sweet treat to finish this off. But Sandra, we do have to ask you the question that we ask all of our guests before we go to our final segment, which is,
how many fruits and vegetables have you eaten today?
How many fruits and vegetables have you eaten today?
I'm on an intermittent fast, so I haven't eaten really today. I had a couple of spoons of grits, Corey, so I don't expect you to say anything.
Dang, you know what?
You brought it up, so now I got to tell the story. So Sandra and Queen and I, one time we were going members at the same church, and we had a church event, a breakfast event. And Sandra's from the Midwest, like Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, Midwestern people, they don't know nothing about no grits for real, not unless you're from the South. So Sandra made grits, and I didn't know it was Sandra's grits. I said, whoever made these grits, we need to save those. I said, because we can like replaster the ceiling in the church and fix the roof.
Wait a minute. What was wrong with them that you were saying that?
They had gotten cold and they were just
they were stiff.
They were stiff. And so Sandra said, I made those grits. And then she let out with a right into my shoulder, like, boom. I said, oh, shoot.
You're like, these are fighting grits.
And I was like, okay. I said, I got hit over some grits. So that's been like an inside joke for us. I said, don't make me talk about your grits.
So you know what David Hunt is saying? He did put his hashtag OPP, other people's property. He says he's first to be late. What did he miss?
Guys, watch the replay, David.
Don't worry, David. We'll catch you up because we're going to share here some pictures with Mama D. And let's see. Now this, I was trying to get the video to play. This is when she was here on a panel right there in the middle. I'm standing there on the side. Corey is up there with her.
Dressed as M'Baku.
Right. We all have our M'Baku gear on. And, there's a slideshow up there where they play part of the film. People are asking questions. As you see, these grown folks over here have on costumes, like Sandra was just saying. I'm sorry, we have that echo. And so, David, we've been talking about some of the good times that Sandra has had traveling the world at the expense of other people's profits. So, her job, of course, the crowd that was there, it was huge. And then they all were lined up to get photos with her, autographs with her. We had our photographer and videographer come in, our Atum Palm photographer and videographer, and she indulged everyone. And that's Corey, you guys, standing there with his M'Baku costume on. And everybody just had such a great time. And Sandra Greene is the one that made it possible, David. So that's the reason why we are, discussing this today. Like, this is why we brought that part in.
Her personality and her professionalism, that's how she was able to get Mama D, Dorothy Steele from the Black Panther movie, to Virginia to join us for an Auction Pond event.
Yes. And so she was here just working it out, taking pictures with everybody. There's one of our choreographers, Fenice, smiling at Miss Steele, or Mama D, as we called her. And of course, we were backstage hanging out, eating lunch in between our performances because, that's what we do. All right, guys, we are going to do the giveaway. So if you've already put in your OPP, Other People's Profits, we're going to share that screen with you and we're going to do the drawing to see who gets the sweet treat from Sandra Greene today. So let's see if we can pull it up and get this drawing going.
All right. Are we ready?
Yep. Wait, when do I hit the button?
Now, I'm going to quote M'Baku from the movie. I said, Abia.
Okay.
Ready? Jabari, Abia.
And go. Shine Bright, Marlon, Shonda Brooks, Sizzles, Thespian King. Sizzles. Oh, David Hunt, Marlon, David, Marlon, Shine Bright, Marlon, Sizzles, Marlon, David, LaShonda, David, Sizzles, Shonda, Marlon. Hey, Marlon keeps winning. Marlon wins all the time. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Marlon.
Look at Phil all late talking about OPP. You know what?
Other people's punctuality.
Right. And then he had it in there like 3 times. So Sandra, Marlon is the winner today. And guys, guess what? You are all winners because Sandra is going to give a bit of advice that all of us can use. Hey, look at Sizzle. She's a champ. Congratulations, Marlon. And so is Shonda. They're like, congrats. So Sandra, tell us, a few words of advice. Go ahead.
All right. So I want everyone to remember that you are always branding yourself. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, you are your own brand, what you're wearing, how you present yourself, what you're saying. So you are always branding yourself, especially on social media. So therefore, I would recommend keep your professional life and your personal life separate. They should not be intertwined. Make sure you look at the privacy on any of your social media. because it takes one thing now to prevent you from getting an opportunity or a job or getting you fired if you've noticed. So just remember, that would be my number one tip. You're always branding yourself. And secondly, keep your professional and your private social media separate. And make sure, thirdly, that you're checking your privacies to make sure who can see what on your social media.
Wow. Now that was good information because some people, a lot of us, we don't think of it that way. We don't think about, oh, I mean, I'm just being social over here. Like, right now, everybody's like, congrats, Shine Bright and Marlon, congrats, Marlon. Everybody's just being sociable, you know what, except for David.
It's rigged.
He's talking about himself, Phil. I'm a lodge a protest. So everybody's being sociable here. They're just having fun. They're hanging out. You know what I mean? This is the place to do that. But when we get over there onto LinkedIn, look, David Hunt talking about, even as we congratulate Marlon, he gonna lodge his protest. So Shine Bright is like, these are words of wisdom. Thank you.
And I got a story that goes on. I was working at
You are never late in Tabi. You are right here because it's almost plant-based treat time.
I was working at
Look at
hey,
Phil.
real talk from Tabi.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, and Tabi, y'all know that's our web designer. She designed the Blind Guy, His Wife life show logo, as well as the intro and all things wonderful. So she ain't late. She been working. She's a boss lady.
But yeah, I was working at a bank and doing quality control for a bank. And in the call center, there was this crazy practice that people had where they would actually be Facebook friends with their team supervisors and bosses.
What you mean it was a crazy?
They just would. It was just something that the manager or the supervisor said, "Hey, girl, or, hey, I'm putting a friend request to your Facebook page." Now I hear this, and I'm already hearing this is a setup. But for some reason, people would go along and go ahead and fake friend their supervisor, their boss. And then one young lady got up there. She called out sick. And then posted on Facebook, where her boss was her Facebook, one of her friends, posted on Facebook pictures of her at the beach and going to Busch Gardens for those days that she was supposed to be sick. And when she came back to work, the security guards escorted her upstairs and they had her box on her desk and escorted her out.
Dang, just like that.
Yes.
I mean, what would you know what? So basically, Sandra, there you go. Keep your private life private. Don't be friends with your professional folks. And what's the best place to be on if we're looking for professional work? Should we be on Facebook? Where should we have that professional page?
For me, it's LinkedIn. I know there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's Facebook, and I think that they look at Facebook as a page for older people or social media for older people. But Facebook to me is an opportunity where you can see where you have family members away, and you can see kids grow up and connect with your aunties and uncles and see things that are fun. But LinkedIn is really designed to be a professional tool. And not only can you network with your first line people, so let's put it this way. So Queen, if you sent me invite and I connect you, then you're connected to 500 other people that I know. And so
that's the power of LinkedIn.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it gives you a way of sending a message to them. Hey, I'm interested in what you do. Can you carve out 5 minutes that we can have a conversation?
Nice. I like it. This is good because Shine Bright, first of all, you know what? I'm going to skip past Phil. Talking about how can Corey work in a call center and can't see?
It's called quality control. You listen. You just listen to what people are doing.
Right. So stay out of our business. Stop telling the truth on us. Anyway, so Shine Bright is like, it's a no for me. Not friends with any of my coworkers in social media or real life. We just work together. Right. And Audra is saying the same thing. That's exactly what I did while in Saudi. Visited Bahrain, Dubai, and Qatar. So she was doing the same thing that you were doing. I'm sorry, what did I say?
You said Qatar.
Lord Jesus, Lord. It's Friday. I'm ready for the weekend, y'all.
Camelot.
Y'all know I can't read good. Anyway, so yeah, Qatar. You know what? And it's so funny because I was thinking of Qatar, Qatar, like the airlines. Anyway, we knew what she meant. We knew what you meant. Long story short, you used your corporation to get to those places and took that opportunity to travel to other places as well, staying within the corporate guidelines. Well, Sandra, this has been marvelous. This has been just a fantastic day full of financial info. And of course, we told you guys that right there in the description, there's a place that we make money currently. Corey and I trade, well, mainly me.
Yeah, clearly.
Mainly me. We do have a binary options masterclass that we're a part of, as well as we use that one particular app. So you can always check those links out in the bio. You can learn how to use those apps on your desktop or your mobile phone and, make some money. So that way, if you don't have a corporation, because I don't work for a corporation, then you can also grow your wealth in so many different ways. So Sandra, this has been absolutely.
You can work from your cell phone with this app that they're talking about, right?
Oh yeah, I usually use it on my cell phone. You have a few more functions on the desktop version, but I'm usually mobile. Either way, Sandra, this has been marvelous hanging out with you today. You giving us all these tips, tricks, and advice on, financial freedom. So it looks like we're going to see you very soon, because Phil is already saying, thanks again for sharing, Sandra. Let her answer.
Oh, you're very welcome. Congratulations to the winner. I was excited to do it and share some tips I've used. I think this is a wonderful platform. Congratulations to Quita and Corey for presenting this platform to us.
Thank you so much, Sandra. We got to have her back, because she says retired, but she's taking on some new things.
Yeah, she's got a master class on cooking grits.
You know what? Anyway, Marlon is saying thanks. Phil talking about, I didn't win, Sandra. He's still trying to. Anyway, Sandra, we will see you next time. All right.
So hang out with us until the end of the broadcast. We'll talk to you after the broadcast is over. And we thank you for coming on.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
All right. Thanks. Corey, take us into our final segment for these folks cut up.
The final segment today is all about getting you to eat more fruits and vegetables and whole foods throughout your day. So now it's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef Laquita Marie.
All right, guys, it's Friday takeout.
Ethiopian takeout. Yum yum.
This is plant-based takeout, guys. So if you cannot cook, you don't have time to cook, this is what you do. You go and make a purchase.
Just find the vegan section of the menu.
The greens are my favorite, and the spicy lentils are really good.
Red lentils are high in protein and fiber, low in fat, and a healthy substitute for meat. Injera, or the bread, is made from teff flour. It's gluten-free and extremely nutritious.
This bread is Injera bread. It's a fermented bread. It does not have a sour flavor, but it is fermented with vegetables. So it's a spicy dish. So for this one, I kind of just pull off around the edges, and I roll the bread so that we have extra bread for the other dishes.
Onions are high in vitamin C, which fights colon, prostate, and lung cancers. Also rich in a chemical that's effective in eliminating bacterial intestinal infections.
The collard greens are really good, and they're really different from ones you can get at a cookout or a family reunion.
Collard greens are high in fiber, which reduces bad cholesterol, lowers blood pressure, and lowers the risk of cardiovascular disease.
So this is not absolutely pretty, but So there you have it. So then you can just put that right in your mouth.
I like the bread, how it was light and soft, and the flavor of the food was good.
This is my favorite because every time they ask us what we want to eat for takeout, I always say Ethiopian, and it's filling.
All right, guys. Hopefully you're doing takeout, or you're cooking, or you're enjoying your weekend. 1 or 2 or 3 of those, we wish all for you.
And guys out there, hopefully one day, PWJ, XDMC, David Hunt, Donnie goes in, Coach Remy.
Well, David Hunt talking about he had a banana, Corey.
We can all eat some Ethiopian food when we fly.
See, I'm trying to cut you off because I knew what you were going to say. I knew what you were going to say. David Hunt says he had a banana. Phil says he had honey in his tea, which that ain't even a fruit. It's not a vegetable. Well, I guess the tea leaves.
Teas are plant-based. Tea leaves are plant-based.
Yeah, true. And honey is plant-based if you think of it that it came from a plant before the bee did something. Anyway, Shay says, oh my gosh, I love Ethiopian food. And she also said, thanks for your words for growth and wisdom, Sandra. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, thank you, Donnie. He says another great one. Peace, fam.
All right.
And now you got Phil Chan. Let's say goodbye because you know what he's saying.
All right, guys.
Ethiopian Airlines.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife.
Their Life Live. Join us next week as we introduce you to more fabulous guests that we met throughout our personal and professional journeys. We are going to definitely say goodbye to you today by saying, get down with OPP, Other People's Profits.
You know what?
Deuces.
Deuces.